Hello, hello, how's it going? Welcome to Sunday, folks. Welcome to Sunday. I don't know what just happened, but it made... No, stop. It made my leg go dead, so... Time to switch positions so that my leg can go dead from that instead. Oh my goodness. I'm in pajamas, which I'm usually streaming in pajamas, but big time streaming in pajamas today because got attacked by a bunch of chiggers. I have been all summer, to be honest, but they've just been really making me pretty angry. So wearing some loose pants today to try and deal with it. Oh, my wife just got home. Hi. Hi. Hello, Justine. How goes it? Welcome, welcome. How have you been? Been working along on your animation. Looks good. I haven't done anything in a while, TBH. I've been trying to make a new intro screen, and it's not going super well. Not going very well at all. Hi, wife. Hi. Odd question. Did you bring snacks? No. Okay. I'm like weirdly hungry today. Really snacky.
Fish sticks.
Ew, no, I'm not that hungry.
Order instead of dinner.
No. We just have early dinny. I like to.
I'm hungry too. I honestly haven't eaten today.
What?
I wasn't feeling like it earlier, and we were busy as hell.
I didn't really have breakfast. I had a banana, but then at like 11, I was super hungry. So I made a sandwich, which I famously make air sandwiches, so maybe this is why I'm still hungry. And I ate 2 pickle spears and some tomatoes. And then just now I had a little bit of popcorn. A Vitalone? A Vitalone? What? I don't know what that is actually. But I agree, it's not necessarily an odd question. Oh, a vital one. A vital one. I like how I just thought it was like this new word. Yeah, true. Very true. It's just one of those days, you know, where you're just kind of snacky all day. So Claire called me out the other day and she's like, I think you are capped at a level 1 cooking skill. And the reason she said this is because a little tomato. Oh, it's really little. It doesn't even have any. How long? She can't have been sitting on this that long. It's not very big.
She must not have been. She must have been planning ahead.
Oh. The front patio.
Like
Thank
outside?
you. Yeah, but on the ground so it doesn't fly off the table. Because it keeps being so windy. I just mean by this time in the season, I would have expected it to be quite a bit larger. Anyhow. It was stormy. It was a dark and stormy evening. It was a couple days ago when the storms were coming through. And I was cooking some mac and cheese. Pretty basic, pretty level 1, right? And Claire had the oven on because she was gonna make something that I didn't want. Fish sticks, disgusting. Blah. And I was doing the trick that my brother-in-law taught me, where you put a wooden spoon on top of the boiling water, and then the water won't boil over. So I was doing that, which I've done a lot of times. in and out. I go into the living room. We're watching a YouTube video while we're waiting on Denny. And then I go back in the kitchen for some reason. And I was like, why does it smell like something's on fire? And meanwhile, it's like hella dark because the storm is rolling through. And it's really loud and it's raining and shit. I'm like, something's on fire. Something is burning. And I don't know what it is. So I open the oven. There's nothing in the oven yet because it's only preheating. And I'm like, it doesn't smell like, you know how like when you drop cheese or whatever and then the cheese burns off? It didn't smell like that. It smelled like something was on fire. And I'm like, this is pretty suspicious. What could it be? Can't be outside. Outside just smells wet. I had the window open a little. But I opened the door anyway and did a little snifferoonie. Nothing out there. And then I come back in the kitchen and I think I was like washing something. I don't know. I was doing something in the sink. And I just smelled it again. I was like, something is burning. Something is burning. So I opened the oven again and I looked inside and I was like, no, the oven's fine. Obviously, it's not my boiling water, right? Like water can't burn. And then I saw the little bit of smoke coming off of the spoon that was sitting on the pot, right? So it's like this. And I noticed like right here, it's starting to kind of smoke a little bit. So I yoinked the spoon off and I meant to keep it, but I think Claire threw it away because she didn't realize I was going to share this story. The edge of the spoon is black, charred black, because I don't know exactly. I think maybe the pot was a little bit smaller than it should have been, and so therefore maybe the wooden spoon was a little too close to the flame. I'm not entirely sure. This has never happened to me before, but she's on the couch at that point. And so I take the spoon and I open the door a little crack and I was like, wife, would you believe while trying to make mac and cheese, I almost caught this spoon on fire? And so I lift up the spoon and she sees the black edge and she's just like, I think you're capped at a level 1 in cooking. And I was like, I think you're right. Who does this? How does this happen to me? I don't know. Anyway. That was probably the most exciting thing that happened all week. It was a pretty boring week. Except for the fact that the building I work in on Friday lost power 3 different times. The first time I wasn't there. The second time was literally right as I got there. And I was filling up my water from a fountain, which needs water. And I was gonna make coffee, which I hadn't had any yet. Because usually I have some at home. I hadn't. So the power went out as I was standing there and I was like, so help me God. I can't do this right now. And then it came right back on and I was like, okay. Sus, but okay. And then the end of the day, it went out at like 1:30 and I was like, fuck it, I'm done with this shit. So I just left. But didn't have any battery. Yeah, so I hadn't heard of it either until very recently when Matt mentioned it. And I was like, what? It's something, because then I Googled it and I was like, what witchcraft is this? Something about it being like the cellulose. I know. Also, hello, Timber. How's it going? Listen, I have both a fire blanket and a fire extinguisher in the kitchen. So just so y'all are knowing, I got both. Yeah, something about the cellulose, I don't know, something about the cellulose was a reason that they listed, which I forgot why that was significant. But then the bubbles, when the bubbles go up, they break on the spoon. And so the bubbles break so much that then they can't boil over. What I don't understand exactly is what prevents the bubbles from just coming up like this. So like these ones are popping. They're popping. I get that. But aren't these ones just continuing to come up and then they go, pfft? I don't know. Also, it didn't feel like it was really working very well because I kept having to like dip the spoon in it because I was certain it was going to boil over. Exactly. It's the surface tension. But if you had a big pot, It really only needs to pop in one spot to prevent it from... I don't know. I think I could do it. Like, I think it would have still boiled over, TBH. It really felt like it was going to. But you know what? Maybe it wouldn't have. Who knows? Who knows? Instead, I burnt the spoon. Yeah, that's why she said I'm level capped. I'm like a sim who's level capped at 1. Strange things happen to me in the kitchen. You know, like I just have a really special gift, but it sucks. But it is a special gift. I wish I could use it for good instead of evil, but alas, you know, it's like My Hero. We can't all choose the abilities that we're given. Sometimes we're just given abilities. And then I went out the next day and I harvested some amazing broccoli and I came inside. I walked up to Claire and I was like, listen, we can't all be good in every craft, okay? I got this one. You got cooking. So there. But I would like to be able to cook, is the thing. My brother always gets really annoyed at me when he's like, what do you mean you can't cook? You just cook, you just do it and you cook. And I'm like, see, you say that. And that may be true for you. But there's something wrong with me. And it doesn't work like that for me. I don't really know why. Or if I make things and I just wing it, he wings like everything. He just throws shit together. Boom, food. And like somehow it works. I throw shit together. Gross. A lot of competing textures. Some things that maybe are cooked fully. Other parts that maybe didn't get cooked fully. Me, impatient. Trying to eat it all together. Not working. Bad. Same, but I mess it up. I always end up messing it up. Every time. I end up missing a huge step. Or I don't see the part that says, now wait, but before you cut the potatoes, wait 45 minutes because you're going to be doing this other thing. And then I'm like, well, fuck, I already cut the potatoes because you told me to cut potatoes. It's a problem. Look at this cute sticker. Isn't it a cute sticker? It was in a art print that I got back in November, and I only just now got a frame for it. But since I hadn't opened the print because I didn't want it to get damaged, I just kept it in the cellophane. Then I found out there was a secret little surprise that came with it. And I was like, oh, that's precious. I don't know what I'm going to do with her, but she's cute. She has a little book that says Hocus Pocus. Okay, so Smosh has a show called Culinary Crimes that you need to watch because it's very silly. And it's basically them finding reviews of people who like drastically change the recipe and then have the audacity to give it a bad score. Oh, yes! I've seen that one. No, it was very similar actually. I think that was a culinary crime. Or it was something similar. I don't recall. It's good. It's one of my favorite shows. It's good stuff. I mean, sometimes it's like kind of obvious. Every time I see it, I think you thought of it. I do worry that eventually it's going to become just Smosh fans like doing weird shit to try to get on the show. But some of them are just really, it's really incredible. What was the sushi one the other day where I was like, no part of you as a human being seems like you would enjoy sushi. And then you tried to make, it was really weird. Or she's like, in order for my husband to eat it, I cut up little hot dogs and put it in something. I was like, what do you mean? Your husband wouldn't have liked this in the first place, hence why you drastically changed it. It was really strange, but quite entertaining. Anywho, we gotta go ahead and get into the game. I don't know how long it's going to be. I kind of want to get into The Sims. I kind of want to do like a proper legacy challenge. So back when I was playing Sims 3 years ago, I did a legacy challenge, but all it was like you had to buy the most expensive lot and then you had to raise 10 generations on it. Unfortunately, the game like broke bad before I could ever get to that 10th generation. But it wasn't like a challenge. It was just like you got to do this. But yay! But what I struggle with The Sims 4 is that The Sims 4 is just really boring. Like, it's really good to build, and like occasionally you get chaos and drama, but typically from bugs, I feel like. Like, when I think back to some of the funniest moments we've had on stream, 90% of them were bugs. Like, they weren't the game itself having silly emergent gameplay. It was like something stupid happened and it was just really funny. The Sims 3 was really good until I think it just couldn't. It felt like Baba Yaga's house, you know? It was this big thing on these two little spindly legs, and it just couldn't really stand up very well. But it was a really good game. The Sims 4, on the other hand, So I've been seeing there's like legit challenges to the legacy where like there's goals that you have to do, which I think is part of what I need in The Sims 4 because I just get bored. And technically there's a lot of packs that I've never played with because I'm always living out like my personal fantasy, you know, of being this person that like lives in the woods and vibes and has so many animals and beautiful windows and doesn't have a boss. I love my boss, don't get that wrong. I just mean like works for themselves, you know, and like isn't working for the man and all that kind of shit, you know. I always play the same thing, and I think that's part of why I get kind of bored. And then the story never really goes anywhere because the game doesn't do anything. So I'm thinking that could be kind of fun to do once we're done with Wanderstop. We'd play a bunch of different kinds of Sims that I've never done before. Personality traits that I've never used. Just all sorts of interesting things. But alas, the game did break again. So I had just gotten it back functional after I think I broke it and corrupted it with a bunch of mods like a year ago. Like I haven't played The Sims and I can't even tell you how long because I broke it so bad. And then I don't take all responsibility for that though. I'm sure something happened on their end. But anyway, I had to delete absolutely everything. All of my saves, everything, gone. Fresh start. And then, of course, I started putting more mods in it because you can't play without mods. It's impossible. But anyway, they did a pre-patch, basically, before Enchanted by Nature came out. And it broke, like, everybody. Not just me. It broke everybody. And I was like, son of business, I just got back into this. And instantly, within days, it broke. So basically, I'm gonna have another fresh start, and I thought we might as well do that together. So I'm kind of hoping Wanderstop wraps up soon-ish, but I'm also enjoying the heck out of it. So like, I don't mean that as any kind of criticism at all. It's quite a good game, but I'm also itching to get into like a kooky challenge. I hesitate to say maybe we'll do some midweek streams because I always say that and then I never do it, but it's a possibility. I never know how tired I'm going to be during the week, you know? It's summer. I get really stressed in the summer. It's my busy season. Also, I got little headphones that the cats can't chew on. Sorry, kitty. Okay, let's go. It was such a good Sims 3 was so good. The problem is it's not very functional. Otherwise, I would never have probably moved on to The Sims 4. I'd still be playing Sims 3. But it's just so laggy. Nice. Yeah, do it. Wait a second. I don't know how to use these. I'm realizing. How do I turn it on? Yeah. Okay. There we go. As a life game? I guess lifestyle is different from a life sim, which is more what I think of with The Sims. I do like lifestyle sims though. I just like Sims in general, which is kind of weird because like I could just go do those things, but I'd rather play a sim of it. All right, here we are in our little cotton candy land. We've got to go fight capitalist mama over here. But not right now. Oh. Oh, I thought you meant a game that's like the game itself is like hobby related, or not even hobby, or like job related. Oh. For me, probably The Sims, unfortunately. Red Dead. WoW. Star Stable. I think those. We gotta fix this music. What is happening? How to get less music-y as I got in here, though? That seems fine. Oh, it's her. I hate your music, Nana. I said it. What you gonna do about it? Mm-hmm. Well, what happened to me the other day in Red Dead? I wish I could stream it. I was waiting out the nighttime, okay? Because it's hard to see at night. I like that about the game. But I wasn't feeling the thing that I was gonna do, which I don't remember what that was. I didn't want to do at night. So I went to Valentine. Frickin' Valentine. And I went to the inn and I had some snacks, and then I went upstairs and I just sat on the balcony looking out the back. And true. Thank God. And all of a sudden I got an alert that my horse had been critically injured, and I was like, what do you mean? So I went flying. I dove off the balcony, disregarding my own health, because who cares? And flew over to my horse, who was laying in the between the buildings. I'm like, oh, my poor baby. So I had just bought Horse Reviver, thankfully. So I stab her with the Horse Reviver, and then this asshole shoots her again, and I look at him like, you son of a bitch, and then I start getting her with the next reviver, and then this motherfucker shoots me, and I was like, excuse me, what? So I died. And so I came back, And I was like, I gotta save my horse. He's targeting my horse in order to kill me. I don't care. I'll go figure this out. And then I'm like trying to shoot him by bad video games. So I'm not doing a very good job of that. And then he keeps trying to get me. And Claire's like, you can see where he's coming from. And I'm like, oh no, I'm so scared. And so we're playing Ring Around the Houses and I'm jumping on the roofs and my horse is dying. And I'm like, ah! Anywho, my horse died. But since I had horse insurance, she, I guess, goes to the stable and like you can't play her for like half an hour, which was a bummer. And then I had to switch lobbies because I was like, you're a douche. For no reason. You're just an asshole. Oh, I do quite. Oh, Valheim. Enshrouded. Hello, Matt. How's it going? Yeah, it has been kind of crazy, but mostly laughable. Like, kind of lame. How dumb the griefers are in Red Dead. Like, I just can't even be mad because I'm just like, that was just so dumb. I was hoping for a jump scare. Unfortunately, I saw it first. The worst thing happening in Red Dead is just the constant, like, cheating, which is wild. So the first time Claire and I joined up, we thought it was like a feature, not a bug. We thought it was like, it like yoinked us both someplace, and we were like, well, that's dumb. I know, right? The one time I'm looking at the chat. Anyway, we thought when we joined a posse that it would like yoink us together for some reason, which seemed kind of stupid, but we were like, okay, whatever. No, it was the damn hackers again. They yoinked us into another dimension and then threw us off a waterfall and we died. So I think that is the worst thing that happens in Red Dead, definitely, is when you just get teleported to a place and then they kill you and you're like, okay. Anywho. Back at it. Boro, the old woman over there, is trying to run Wanderstop out of business. I see. Should we be concerned? I don't really care. I'm just telling you. I see. You are indifferently along for the ride. In that case, I am presenting my plan to handle the situation. Do nothing. What do you think of Boro's business plan? It's ambitious. Indeed, I am having even greater ambitions for the future, such as do something. But this is for future Boro. Today's Boro will do nothing. To be honest with you, I am not especially worried about our new competition. Perhaps it will even be fun. Yes, surely fun is the primary goal of all competition between businesses. Certainly. Oh, I forgot about my cool little tray. If it got a little bigger, I could climb up in there and kind of sleep on it. You enjoying your tea, sir? There we go, a little too loud for me. Let me know how it is for all of you. Hi, friends! Yoink! Ah, they love it. They don't want to love it, but they do love it. Pick up a bird, they're fun. Oh, a parcel. Little turds. Ah! Oh great, now Nana wants to talk to me. Oh boy. Yeah, beans. Here comes the sucker now. Sucker? I looked over the garbage you gave me and guess what? I got a bargain. It's not trash at all. It's an antique. These babies sell for an unthinkable amount on the grey market. You know, I almost feel bad for you. Not quite, but almost. Sure, but you also get its curse. You think I'll fall for give me back the trash, it's cursed again? Nice try, girl. A whole generation of necromancers have already tried that on me. Gotta say, the whole thing has put me in a rare good mood. had quite a horrifying effect on me. I'm feeling generous. Her arm tattoos remind me of Sea of Thieves. Gasp. So I'll tell you what, you could take one more thing off the counter, free of charge. Are we changing her? Oh my gosh. Really? Hey, this ain't an olive branch. It's about your stupidity and not seeing the value of your own property. I feel bad for you. I feel cold black pity, the way you'd look at a sick animal. Pathetic. I don't ever feel that way when I look at sick animals. I feel sad and like I want to cry. You also remind me of a sick animal. You know, it's common to despise greatness, jealousy. I've seen it 1,000 times, doesn't faze me anymore. Like I said, no feelings for you, but pity. Go pick up your freebie and get out of here. Hey, Granny, asshole Granny. This looks like something we don't have. I'll take this thing. Yeah, why not? I'll just vibe up there. No, Jesus criminy, you scared the fuck out of me, bro. How are you doing? Quite well, thank you. In fact, I was just thinking I would make a request. Have you ever heard of silver moonlight tea? It is a variety that I drank once with the Vindian monks. The taste of it brought my tongue near to bursting. It was a blisteringly potent drink. Yet when the feeling subsided, I experienced a tremendous oneness with myself and the world around me. I do not often wish for it, but at this moment, I find myself desiring a cup. Perhaps all this talk of passion has stoked my adventurous side. Huh. Sure, how do you make it? The monks placed one messberry, one chip, one pell melon, and a mushroom into a pot of hot water. Do I need to remember that? I'm sure they're gonna tell me. But in case they don't, I have to write it down, because I won't recall. I have many a mushroom. With dried tea leaves, of course. Is that too much to ask? I better write that down too, just in case I thought it was an herbal. Messberry, chip, pell melon, mushroom. Got it. Thank you, Warrior Alta. Well, gotta make sure that's nice and empty. Gotta go get that. Ooh, ready. I missed that version of this forest. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Torbjorn? Hello, welcome to Wanderstop. It's a tea shop. Do you want tea? Tea? No, not feeling very good. Just want to sit down. I don't have a voice for this fella at all. Okay, sure. Boro, there's always so much to talk to you about. So, what exactly happened to the other customers? Gerald and Demon Hunter? Are they dead? Oh, goodness, no. They are being very much alive indeed. They are simply somewhere else, in a place not visible to the two of us. That sounds a lot like being dead, one could say, depending on your beliefs. Do you think Gerald is okay? Miss Alta, I am so sorry, but he is on his own path now. A journey all to himself. They're in a farm. Like you, Boro is concerned about Gerald's curse. Not an easy thing to be dealing with, not at all. Will we see him again? I hope so, but it is not being a thing I can predict. And if we do not see him, Then we will trust in him to resolve the curse on his own. Is that okay? Can I ask for your patience if our paths do not happen to cross with his again? It just feels like there was more to do. Of course, I understand. And one day there may be more to do. But that is not being in our control for now. I am hoping very much that you are able to complete everything which is in your power to do so. Hello, miss. We're always having a thought, if you might indulge me. When our clearing changed, as you know, all of our plants were lost. But I have noticed that the pictures inside the shop appear to have stayed exactly as they were before. Anything that was inside a picture frame is still here with us now. Therefore, I am thinking that perhaps it would be good to use the camera to build up some photo memories. After all, if we are going to once again lose our work, it would be nice to have something to remember it by. So what if you are filling up our picture frames with some photographs? These might be photographs of anything. Laura was not meaning to suggest a particular subject. Is this something of interest to you? Yeah, of course. Wonderful. Just a handful of photographs around the shop would feel simply wonderful, I think. Please come see me once you've put some up. I would love to know when you feel it is complete. Okay. I mean, first I gotta figure out... There's a lot of photograph spots. Okay, well first I've got to figure out how to grow Pelmo. Hello, book lovers. It's Book by Mail Club again. I have to say, it's been a long time since I received such a positive response to a book as with Edge of a Bullet. Y'all really liked it. So let's read another Dirk Warband novel. This time, it's The Fastest Bullet Alive. I hope you like this. I hope you like this as much as Dirk likes justice. Later, Gators! When did I sign up for a book club? I don't believe I did. I have more mail? Sick. I gotta go read my book first. There, she's a really fast reader. Oh, I can read it. Oh, for some reason that's just silly. The location, outer space. The mission, Dirk Warband, going to outer space. The man, Dirk Warband. Dirk Warband knew only one thing about outer space. Anything you kill in space stays there for good. He couldn't remember where he had learned this information, but it was about to save his life.
Reload!
I don't know if they're not loud enough. Or you're just not picking scary enough ones. Or do I need to reload? What do I need to reload? 2 days ago, he had boarded a spaceship bound for the Global Alliance space station. Most field agents required extensive training to prepare for a mission to space, but Dirk Warband was no ordinary agent. He'd completed the 3-week training program in a mere 6 hours. Taught himself physics in order to build his own spaceship. And most importantly, he could hold his breath for up to 30 minutes at a time. This last point was important because Dirk Warband didn't trust the government-issued spacesuit he'd been given. It was common knowledge that the government filled their spacesuits with government air, a type of air subsidized by the government for public use, and so it had inevitably been breathed by all manner of degenerates such as actors and theater performers and improv comedians. Dirk Warband trusted air that only he had ever breathed, and so throughout the mission he had only allowed himself to breathe once every 30 minutes so as to consume as little of the degenerate air as possible. I think what's happening is I'm not as focused. I'm not all in, and so I keep seeing it out of the corner of my eye. Nah, you didn't get me. At this very moment, he had just taken one such breath. He was floating in space just outside the Global Alliance space station, fitted in his government-issue spacesuit. Not 100 feet away, a vicious man named Commander Huntington was waiting, also floating in space. However, Commander Huntington was wearing perhaps the most elite spacesuit ever constructed. A fusion-powered, nanoparticle exoskeleton made from steel and magma, and designed by a man who didn't know how to love. Dirk Warband grimaced at the relative puniness of his own suit as the government air rushed into his lungs, and he screamed as the horrific thoughts of mediocre community improv assaulted his mind. Commander Huntington smirked, aware of his obvious advantage. "I see you, Dirk Warband," he yelled. "I see you and the pitiful equipment you've lugged up here. How could you ever consider yourself a match for my superior exoskeleton?" And as he said this, the exoskeleton blinked in a pattern of glowing green lights that looked like a snake, which Dirk Warband thought was pretty cool. "Face it," chuckled Commander Huntington. "You've lost. Outer space belongs to me now, and with my unstoppable technology, I will rule over it like a king." Dirk Warband wanted to yell back, "Well, you can't do all of that stuff if you're dead," but he knew that doing so could easily shave 10 minutes off his breath-holding time. So he instead turned to someone who could do all the talking for him, his trusty handgun. Dirk Warband pulled the handgun from its holster, pointed it at Commander Huntington, and squeezed the trigger. The bullet exploded out of his gun, raced towards Commander Huntington, and slowed to a complete halt, inches from Huntington's face. Commander Huntington burst into laughter. Well, it seems even the famous Dirk Warband is fallible. My exoskeleton emits a gravitational field that will slow your bullets to a complete halt. Do you see now how useless it is to oppose me? I am invincible!" And the lights on his suit showed the cool snake eating toxic waste and surviving. It was a terrible moment for Dirk Warband. His gun had never failed him before, and he had fired it over 1 million times, at over 10 million people. "You'll never be able to shoot me," taunted Commander Huntington. "Your bullets aren't fast enough." Suddenly, something sparked in Dirk Warband's mind. The commander's words echoed in his ears. "Your bullets aren't fast enough." His mind stirred, and a memory of himself as a young man suddenly flashed before his eyes. "I said your bullets aren't fast enough, Warband." It was the voice of Hollister Madblack, Dirk Warband's very first trainer. Madblack had been the one who shaped Dirk Warband into the heroic agent of violent justice he would one day become. Madblack was a brutal teacher, unrelenting in his methods and incredibly specific in his background knowledge of your insecurities. And on this particular day, Dirk Warband had spent all afternoon at the firing range with Madblack berating him. "Your bullets aren't fast enough," Madblack growled. "They're pathetic. They got all the intensity of a comatose infant dying of the plague underwater. Do it again. They're tragic." The young Dirk Warband grimaced, his sweaty hands gripping the handgun, and he fired the gun once again with all his might. The bullet went fast, really, really fast, but it wasn't fast enough for Madblack. No, yelled Madblack. "Still too slow. My grandmother could hobble faster than this, and she's literally made of bricks. Do it again." Dirk Warband was nearly at his limit. He'd been shooting the bullets as fast as he knew how to, and it still wasn't enough for Madblack. Dirk Warband slumped his shoulders in resignation. Madblack got right in his face. "Now you listen to me, Warband. We aren't leaving this pristine, privately funded underground training compound until you fire a bullet so fast it leaves me in tears, and I've only ever cried twice. Ever. So stand up, point yourself forward like a man, and fire the gun!" A wave of determination swept over Dirk Warband's face. He threw his shoulders back, raised his handgun into the air, and focused his mind on the single thing in the world that brought him true happiness and inspiration. Dirk Warband. He grinned. As his finger clenched the trigger with every fiber of strength he had, he screamed at the top of his lungs, "I'm Dirk Warband!" The bullet erupted from the gun, traveling at speeds he'd never known before. Hollister Madblack smiled. "That's it, Warband. That's what I wanted to see. Again!" Dirk Warband fired the gun again, this time with even more strength than before. His finger moved with a velocity he had never known in his life, slamming down into the trigger. "My name is Dirk Warband, and I am Dirk Warband!" The bullet erupted from the gun at a blazing pace. Again and again he fired, each bullet faster than the one before. After nearly 9 hours of uninterrupted gunfire, Dirk Warband at last paused and lowered his handgun. He turned to see Hollister Madblack with a single tear rolling down his cheeks. "Number 3, Warband. Not bad." These words echoed in Dirk Warhard's memory as his mind raced back to the present moment where Commander Huntington continued to taunt him using the exact same words he'd already repeated like 5 or 6 times by now. Your bullets aren't fast enough to defeat me, Dirk Warhard. Dirk Warhard smiled. He gripped the handgun like he'd grip a beloved friend and pointed it at the commander, who simply laughed. Go ahead and try your best! Dirk Warhard closed his eyes and thought deeply about the one thing in this world that he truly loved, the source of all his inspiration, the only man whose air he'd willingly breathe, and the only family member who never sold his personal information to a country we're at war with, Dirk Warhard. A warmth filled him from within, circling his body before traveling into his finger. It was as though his finger was moving all on its own, unencumbered by any burden of life or physics, like a being of pure light traveling in an imperfect world. His finger squeezed the trigger with more strength, more velocity, more momentum than any man alive knew was possible. Nobody had ever fired a gun like this before. Nobody. With a deafening crack, the bullet fired directly at Commander Huntington. For a split second, Huntington felt a genuine shock. He may have been outmatched. And then, nothing. No reaction at all. Commander Huntington was perfectly fine. Ha! He laughed. You missed! The famous Dirk Warhard fires a shot of a lifetime and he misses! Unbelievable! Huntington couldn't stop himself. He doubled over with laughter. But Dirk Warhard didn't seem to mind. In fact, the faintest grin danced across his face. Commander Huntington laughed and pointed at Dirk Warhard in mocking derision until suddenly he was seized by a very unusual feeling. What was this feeling exactly? It was as though the exoskeleton was gripping him just a bit less tightly than usual. In fact, he was starting to feel as though there were no exoskeleton. Not merely that the exoskeleton had been destroyed, but that it had never existed at all. Dirk Warhard had hit exactly what he'd aimed at. The bullet had erupted from the gun at such an unbelievable velocity that it couldn't be contained by the very fabric of space around it. It shredded through reality, setting quantum matter alight in its wake, and in doing so, it pierced the veil of time. A bullet traveling so fast it traveled backward in time. Backward a minute, then an hour, then a day. Years began to fly by, and the bullet lost no momentum. It soared through the years until at last it found its destination, the steel and magma laboratory where the exoskeleton had been constructed, honed and refined, and it's designed by a scientist. Sorry. I started getting a little spitty there. We gotta try this again. Okay. It soared through the years until at last it found its destination. The steel and magma laboratory where the exoskeleton had been constructed, honed and refined in its design by the scientist who didn't know how to love. Decades of work and research had culminated the unstoppable exoskeleton that Commander Huntington wore today, yet here, at the start of it all, Dirk Warhard's bullet re-entered the fabric of space. It flew straight and true into the liquid explosive core of the facility, generating a spark that blew the entire facility to pieces. No exoskeleton would ever be constructed here. That much was certain. Now, in the present moment, Dirk Warhard watched as Commander Huntington grasped and flailed at the empty space around his body, where the exoskeleton had been just moments ago. As Commander Huntington scowled at him in a combination of spiteful fury and suffocating, Dirk Warhard couldn't help but laugh. Dirk Warhard had always despised the past, but today, it saved his life. He knew it would cost him precious air, but he was too swept up in emotion. He turned to outer space and yelled, "My name is Dirk Warhard, and I will defeat the past, even if it takes the rest of my life." Then he laughed and laughed until inevitably he had to breathe again. As he inhaled, the horrific thoughts returned of good-natured community actors just trying to get a leg up in their highly competitive industry. He shuddered in disgust, but somehow it didn't bother him. Here in space, watching his Commander Huntington suffocate or whatever he was doing over there, Dirk Warhard felt certain that he had made his old trainer proud. And that was all that mattered. Somewhere in the past, Hollister Madblack smiled ever so slightly and nodded in glowing approval as another tear ran down his callous, stubbled cheek. Number 4. Not bad, Warhard. Not bad. Damn! I can't believe we missed the first book! Shoot! What did we miss out on? Bummer. Okay. I wish I had known I could read. Okay. We need to get back to figuring out how to grow a melon. Are you a pell melon? Oh, I don't know what that just did. Stop it. Stirp it. No, that's an Azzy fruit. Okay. Don't need that. Yeah. Does the world start to crumble when I need to change seasons? Does it go to hell like this, full of nonsense? Spiky vines. My gosh, I was digging out a vine at work one day. Not a vine, a thistle. It was the worst thistle I've ever encountered. Hey, this stayed. Just now occurred to me. Anyway, it was a very deep thistle, and it was so freaking spiky on every possible part of it. I had a hell of a time getting that bad boy out. Oh, tea. Nada. Not a single hidden teacup this time around. Bummer. Doink, doink, doink. Hello, sir. I am working on it. Thank you. Don't mind me just getting a little bit distracted. Didn't I have a window where I was growing? Yeah, kind of like this one. Okay. Whoop. Oh, shoot. Okay, so we gotta learn how to make double hair. Messberry. I need the messberry. And the pell melon. Yellow. Oh yeah, I forgot I have yellow seeds now. Okay, so I still need to figure out double hair. Let's try that one. So we'll do yellow, blue, yellow. Well, it's already time for an ad. Goodness gracious. All right, we'll just vibe here. We'll go hang out with the little dudes because they're silly. Where are they? I keep forgetting where they are. Oh, I don't know how to jump. Yeah. They're over here. I like to listen to their little squeakles while we're on break. All right, I shall be back in a moment. Alrighty, I have returned. Welcome back, welcome back. Back to figuring out plants. Hi guys, would you like a plant? Can you have them? Oh, I need a lot more of these yellow dudes. Let's do one there. There. Oh, that's right. These only give me seeds. Okay. All right, time for this plant to go golfing. Thank you. So that's how I get that. I mean, we might as well just make the rest of them though, right? Ooh, this one looks kind of pretty. I'm gonna put it over by the window. I already forgot what it was though. Pink in the middle? Not this window. I think. I'm still working on it, buddy. Give me a moment, please. Gonna do a pink in the middle. It's beautiful. It's like a kooky bamboo. Oh, I love this one. I want another one. Gorge. Okay, on to Melbellies or whatever it's called. Messberry. It's probably yellow. Let's do that right about here. Why not? Okay, because it said no, that's why. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Okay, so. Start with this one. Ooh. Those are some pretty colors. I like them. Ooh, berries. They look like real berries. My berries are almost ready. Oh my gosh. I keep watching them. But they're still kind of reddish instead of black. You done? That's that. And then we'll do similar. Looks like a whatchamacallit. Not a hyacinth. Hibiscus. Ooh, look at the fruit on it. What do you mean that pocket is full? Yikes. Okay, that's good. That's what we need though. So we've got pal melon. And let's put, no, sorry, let's put some tea. We need a tea. And we need a mess berry. I forgot we kind of have to start all over, so I still need to get the chip. Does it matter what kind of mushroom? That's the question, isn't it? Looks like the yummiest mushroom. I don't know, they all kind of look deadly to me. What if I put... Okay, hang on. Is there a secret? There's gotta be. It wants me to do something. What if I put... There is a purpose to the fairy rings! I knew there had to be! I love it! Aww. Well, that's just special. Whoa! Fancy. I need chip, which is pretty easy. I just don't remember how to get it. Oh shit, except I'm like all out of those. Let's make some frill-ups.
It's the same that we have turkey. It's not. I feel like I remember.
Hopefully not. I'll look afterwards. Oh, Jesus. I need water. Yay! Well, I love this little guy. This little Doctor Who ass mofo. Okay, well, I mostly need a lot more green. I mean blue. Any more? No. Okay, that's fine. I can read about economics? Welcome, reader, to the vast, strange, unfathomably beautiful, unfathomably terrifying world of economics. If you've picked up this book, it's because you've made the decision to dedicate your life to the study of economic theory. You've chosen well. My name is Professor Currency, and I will be your guide on this multi-volume dissection of the many fascinating facets of economics. First, an admonishment. Do not be daunted by the complex nature of what you're about to read. The pursuit of economic study is demanding, rigorous, and often physically painful. This is normal. Pain is economics entering the body. Rest assured that whatever struggles you face in comprehending this knowledge, you will be rewarded tenfold once you fully understand it. Armed with a fierce comprehension of economic theory, you will become an unstoppable machine of intellect and charisma. So where to begin? How does one dive into a field as rich and dense as economics? Well, let us start with a brief history. Economics did not exist prior to the Crimson Age. Up until this time, all goods and services were given random values. These values could change arbitrarily at any time, for any reason. A loaf of bread might cost 10 grimlets in the morning, and then at 3 p.m. the price could suddenly leap to 85,000 grimlets. And while the price could then drop to half a grimlet at 4 p.m., by then the bread market was already in shambles. It was a terrible way to live, and every day tens of thousands of people died simply from overexerting their brains trying to figure this system out. However, at the beginning of the Crimson Age, the government decided that enough was enough. Their solution was to form the Special Committee to Stop Money-Related Thinking Deaths, which gathered once every 3 months for an hour to discuss and deliberate on a brand new system of valuing goods and services. After 6 months of congregation, they had invented the system which we use to this very day, economics. Under this new and profound ideology, goods and services would be given prices that correspond directly with their value. It was a change that produced drastic and immediate impact upon the entire world. While many were happy to have a consistent and reliable method of valuing items, for others it was disastrous. A significant number of merchants had gotten rich selling services like a cold bag of gross ugly rocks by simply waiting for the exact moment when their service was very reasonably priced, while all other services were completely unaffordable. Yet while there was complaint, for the most part this new system was widely accepted and adopted. Quickly, vendors began to ask questions like, what will consumers actually want to pay money for? And is there a situation where the market values a cold bag of gross, ugly rocks more than literally all other commodities? These questions became the cornerstone of economic study, and the ugly rock test is the first principle taught in most 101 economics classes. While it is certainly true that the specifics of market value are quite different today than they were in the Crimson Age, the fundamental underlying tenets of economic theory are the same now as they were back then. It continues to be true that consumers want things and are willing to pay for a good if the price is commensurate with its value. It continues to be true that a cold bag of gross ugly rocks is a tremendously difficult, though not impossible, item to advertise as being the most valuable commodity a person can possibly own. And it continues to be true that everybody wants to make money, which means that in some sense, everybody is an economist. Of course, some of us are more of an economist than others, since we went to school for it and physically fought one another tournament-style in gladiatorial arenas to earn our diplomas. But on more of a theoretical and not very real level, every single person in today's world is an economist. This concludes our discussion of the history of economics. But what are the practical implications of economic theory in today's world? How can economists best be used for personal gain? How can economics, not economists? And what about that economist? It's starting to not be a real word anymore. And what about that economist battle tournament I mentioned, and the light implication of packed arenas around the world where such tournaments are held? Several of these questions will be answered in Professor Currency's Guide to Economics Volume 2. Join me in the next book as we dive further into the unfathomably, unintelligibly, and illegibly beautiful world of economics. Okay, will do. Let's see. What do I want? I have 5 of those now. Okay. I think I only need 4. Time to make some tea. Oh, first sweeping. Damn. No cool mugs this time, huh? To the person who's been sending me packages. Detective Raeyn here. I got your second package, and lo and behold, it contained the exact evidence I needed in the case of Mrs. Oxford and the haunted clock that appeared in her window every evening. I'm sending you the clock in question. It's very likely not haunted. I'll be honest, this one was vexing me for years, and the fact that you solved it by just sending me the answer is quite troubling for a detective as accomplished and capable as I. In fact, it's the second time you've solved a case for me in this very fashion. When will it stop? When will I, Detective Raeyn, solve another case purely of my own intellect? I didn't get to be a celebrity sleuth by being handed the answers. Mark my words, I will solve the next case before you're able to solve it for me. The race is on. Interesting. I like my haunted clock. Oh, I think it's quite cute. Oh, it just comes when I need it. That's great. Oh. Oh, I want that too, actually. I am gonna put the haunted clock all the way up here, though. Like, just in case. You know? Just in case it's, like, really hard. Everything I need to make the old tea. Oh, oh no, the pocket's full. Okay, well. Stop this madness. We only need one chip. Oh my god, stop doing this, self. Don't need any bite berries. There we go. Alrighty then, tea time. Let's go. Tea, mushroom, pearl melon, chip, raspberry. This looks like a fun psychedelic treat. Another perfect pour. Well, maybe not. Tiny bit more. Oh, that was all of it. Excellent. Almost a perfect pour. Alright, where are you at, bro? Ah, well, I'll figure you out later. Here it is, silver moonlight tea. Very good, let's have a taste. My goodness. My goodness! What an invigorating rush to the senses! Well done, Warrior Alta. A cup of silver moonlight tea that would make the Vindian monks proud. Woo! It truly is a sensation like no other on this planet. A tea that is not for the faint of heart. Yet already I can feel it calming me from within, aligning my truest sense of self. Ah, what a remarkable sensation. I feel alive, truly. I was not expecting to have this particular drink today. Here's to pleasant surprises. Thank you. Anytime, buddy. Anytime. Where's... Yeah, I'm gonna scoop some of these babies up because they're really pretty and I'll put them elsewhere. Mostly. Where'd those... Wait. Huh? Oh, can I not do it to big ones? Only little ones? Oh, only little ones. Dang. Hello? Warrior Alta, a thought has just now occurred to me. I have had a bit of time to rest and to recover, and I am feeling wonderfully restored. Please, won't you spar with me a bit? You would do me an incredible honor. In fact, there's a new form of approach that I've been developing, which I wish to show you. To think I would get to share my techniques with the great Warrior Alta. I could not have dreamed. What do you say? Right here in the clearing would be just fine. I can't fight. I'm not able to. Can't fight? How do you mean? Oh God, how do I explain this? I came to these woods looking for training. Training with Master Winters. Wait. Are you telling me this is the very forest where the great Master Winters retired? Yeah, it is. Incredible! It seems fate truly has steered me along a blessed path. Oh, but please do continue your story. We shall speak of your training later. So, anyway, for some reason, while I was looking for her, my body started to fail me. It's my sword. I can't carry my sword at all. That's why it's over there on the tree stump. I've tried, but I don't know. I feel totally fine otherwise. I just can't lift the sword. It's, yeah, I don't know what's going on. So I'm really sorry, but I don't think I can spar with you right now. Warrior Alta, please. I admire your modesty, but with all due respect, surely you are mistaken. I have observed you tending to the shop, and you are the very picture of health. No, I am very certain that is somehow a mistake. How about if we begin to spar lightly? Perhaps you simply need to feel the rush of combat again. Once we are able to fight as equals, I am certain your strength will return to you. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's do it. Excellent. This is fantastic news. I believe I saw a spot over in the field that would be perfect for us. I will go and meet you there. Uh-oh. What do you think about little Flimbles? Oh, I gotta find that other dude. I gotta take a picture of these little guys. Good enough. It's not some expert photography here, but it's okay. It was silly. Where does one find a photograph? Did I mess up? Did I not take the photo? Well, that would be awfully tragic now, wouldn't it? Also, I swear I saw Raeyn up there. Oh, it's you. You said tea before. That's not it. I'm not liking that accent. Yes, this is a tea shop. Do you need something? I am not feeling very good. For a long time now, a pain in my chest. Something to relieve the pain, perhaps. Is that what you want? Tea to help with your pain? If you have it, I'll take a look. Something else? The mind. It focuses only on the pain. Can the tea give my mind another thing to think of? Something to think of, other than pain. I'll do my best. Oh my goodness, this is very serious. This might be above my pay grade. Snot cones. I need a snow cone. Oh, it must be all yellow. Okay. Blink. Maybe I'm not supposed to. I thought it would look kind of nice there, but I guess not. Oh my goodness. That's some magical looking shit up there. Oh dear, he's getting ready to fight me and I'm a little concerned. Relieving physical pain. Was there anything about your mind? Because it's temporary amnesia, that's not really going to make you forget about pain necessarily. Unless it's heartache. Turns your thoughts to a time of innocence? That doesn't seem quite right either. I might actually go check the book on this one, just to see if I'm overthinking it. Dun, 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 dun. I can read this book. I forgot it came with the... Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So anything that will make them have a strong response. So they just think about something. So I can pick anything. I don't think that they need to, like, know how to do math. We'll have them think about their best friend. So we'll do an Azzy. Tea? Oh my, no, no, no. Question though, do I always have to toss tea in? Or did I kind of goof that? Oh, I need a cup. Oh shoot. Okay, well, it's a good thing we don't charge these people, because this one, he didn't get a lot. Here you go. You're running out of cups. I really am. I don't know where Ren put his. Okay. Did it help with the pain? Yes. There is a calming in my chest. The pain is quieting. Not gone. Never fully gone. Just a little quieter. Yes, this is good. Thank you. What about taking your mind off the pain? There are new thoughts now, yes. I am thinking of Trellin. It is good to think about her. A reliable person, yes. Yes, I am glad for the distracting thought. Thank you. This is good. I am glad to have it, this cup of tea. I must do something in exchange. I will make you something as a gift for the tea. A wind chime. Yes, I will build a wind chime for your shop. Is this acceptable? Yes. Okay. It will take a moment. I will return. You wanna bring the teacup back? I gotta figure out where the hell Ren put his. Ah, there it is. Oh, there's... Okay, that's where he put all of his, apparently. Oh, you've got it, huh? Hello. I have done it. I have built the wind chime. It is there now. It is good. Thanks. Yes. Okay. Hey, Nana. Anything you need? Anything I need? You bet your behind there's something I need. I need respect. I need devotion. I need a proper cult-like worshipping. I need a well-structured tax haven and the assurance of no paper trail whatsoever. I need everyone except me to chill the hell out for once. I meant, like, tea? I think I got where I am today by drinking tea, not a chance. I've rejected every tea I've ever been offered, and it's worked out great. Fantastic. Thanks, Nana. I definitely didn't feel any more useful than before. Don't be useful. Dumpsters are useful, and nobody wants to be around a dumpster. Actually, speaking of which, let me pawn some of my garbage off on you. Picked up these seeds a few days ago. Turns out they're all defects. They don't make plants at all. They grow into weird statues and nonsense like that. Seeds growing into statues? Haven't you ever heard of laws of physics? Gotta get rid of them now. Need to clear the inventory. Pick one of them to take. If they're garbage, why can't I have all three? Because it would paint me as a halfway generous person. Even one piece of trash is almost too good for you, let alone three. You take one of them off my hands and be grateful. Okay. Tribute to bugs, cosmic orb, pluffins of marble. I mean, I do think it's quite on brand to take cosmic orb. Oh. Oh, yeah, see, I like it. I'll just stick it right here, to be honest. Right next to the door. It's beautiful. Can I water it? No, it's worth a try. Oh, give me that back. I love the wind chime. I must leave now. Thank you for the tea. Yes, it was good. Yes. Okay. Goodbye. Okay. Goodbye. Glad to have been of help. Oh geez, get back here. I like the sound they make when they tip the glasses out, the dishes. Whew, whew. It's pretty cute. Oh, golly. Let's see. I still want to take a picture of the pluffins. I don't know how I managed to goof that up. Look at him just sitting there sleeping. Oh, I drop it on the ground. That's right. I completely forgot about that. Oops. Oopsie doopsie. Damn, nothing. I wish I could go down. Oh! How dare a dirt blob show up right as I'm about to take a beautiful photo. Unbelievable. Wowzer. Oh no, Nana wants something again. Now what do you want? You have a lot of shit that you're giving away for free. Hey Nana, how's business? I bet you'd like to know. I won't fall for your mind games. So, where do you come from? Where do I come from? What are we, sorority sisters? I'm so old, where I come from doesn't even exist anymore. It's a dream now. And good riddance to it too, the filthy dung heap. Pah-too! You don't wish you could go back to your home? Listen up, Missy. I'm a here and now kind of gal. I'm living in the present moment so freaking hard it would make your head spin. And that means there's no past to go back to. Good riddance to the past. You sound very enlightened right now. Of course I'm enlightened. I'm the very goddamn aspect of spiritual centeredness. You hear anyone saying I'm not enlightened, you send them my way for a good ass kicking. This person is very boomer. Speaking of enlightenment, take one of these promotional items with you. I'm focusing on brand awareness, inserting myself into the public conversation. Should get on with Dirk Warband. So I want you to take a piece of Nana branded merchandise to get the word out. Oddly enough, I'd kind of rather have the statue of her. I don't have to put it anywhere. Put that baby somewhere all your friends will see it and be influenced by it. Maybe actually make some friends too while you're at it. Friends with disposable income! Okay, I might put that on the top shelf with the haunted camera, you know? Now then, it's for my little buddies. No, I want the little buddies to go right here. Yes. Love them. Oh my goodness, they're right next to the door, always looking at me. So cute. I don't think I want it there. I think it needs to be on a rectangular painting. Like this one. Perfect. Take a little break. Perhaps I should take a picture out that window. That was quite lovely. Right like this. Oops. Yeah, I need to be a little bit closer. You see, it's a photo to tell you what you can see if you go up the stairs. You know, it's a little spoiler. A spoiler? No, it's a little sneak peek. That wasn't what I meant to do. No! No. Gotta have the curtain in it. There you go. Alright, time to go. I'm gonna go wrestle. There you are, Warrior Alta. Shall we begin? Ah, how my body and my mind have longed for this. I will say a brief blessing before we begin. To fight is to bring one's true self to the forefront. Let us meet here as equals to test and to push one another. I will bring my best, truest self, as I hope you will too. In this, all things are well. Okay, I am ready now. How would you like to begin? Shall we warm up with some stance training? Or would you prefer to go right into approaches? I shall defer to you. Whoa. Warrior Alta, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Let's start with approaches. Very good. I will ready myself and begin at your command. Please speak the word when you wish to commence. Yeah. Okay. Is everything okay? Yes, I'm fine. Let's begin. You are quite sure? How many times do I need to tell you? I am... Uh-oh. Not again. Ah, Warrior Alta. I'm very glad to see you are coming too. Oh. Please do not worry. You were only unconscious very briefly. Are you feeling okay? Ren, something is wrong with me. I haven't been able to fight or to travel. I keep passing out. I want to spar with you so badly, but I can't. My body just won't let me. But what is the reason for this malady? What caused it to happen? I don't know. It just started happening. I don't know why. I feel so weak. I feel pathetic. Warrior Alta, you are too modest. You say that you are weak, yet I can see an undeniable passion in your eyes. The fire in your heart, it is indomitable no matter these current circumstances. No, there is simply a misunderstanding. Your heart is testing you, and you must be brave. My heart has nothing to do with it, Ren. I literally can't lift my sword out of the ground. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, I understand. A tremendous setback has crossed your path. But our setbacks define us. We are our truest selves when we are being tested. This is a test of your determination, your will. You must not give up, no matter the cost. Please do not give up on the warrior spirit. Yeah! Okay, hang on. Okay. But... Ren, what if I'll never be able to fight again? Never be able to fight again? Warrior Alta, this is absurd. No person I have ever known is as fit to be a fighter as you. It is in your blood. If you succumb to such unfounded fears, it would be a great disservice to yourself and to the world. No. No, please cast these thoughts from your mind. Send them as far away as possible. But then I need to figure out what's wrong with me first. I'm in no condition for combat right now. Warrior Alta, you and I are as brethren to one another. We are in this together. I promise I will fight by your side until we have cured whatever ails you. Allow me to meditate on this. I will come back to you when I have a proposal. Thanks. He brought me all the way up here? I think with that, actually, I know it's a kind of short stream, but we are going to have dinner early because we both were hungry. Quite hungry. So, I think I might just call it here. Gonna go plant these little things where he wanted them. Who the fuck is that? JK? We're gonna find out who this little demon is. Hang on. Hello? Welcome to Wanderstop. It's a tea shop. Tea? Oh goodness. You see, in my hometown, we're forbidden to drink tea, so yeah. But it sounds like we aren't in your hometown. Right, of course. That's true. But, well, it's just that they said it's forbidden and no tea ever and that sort of thing. So yeah, it wouldn't be allowed. You know, I couldn't. It sounds to me like you definitely want tea. What? No. No way. What? No. What kind of tea do you want? What kind of tea? Do I get to pick? Yeah, like, what do you want me to put in the tea? I guess maybe, gosh, how about books? Books? Is that not something people put into tea? Did I do it wrong? It's just that most people ask for tea with fruit or leaves in it. Oh no, I was way off. Oh my gosh, books? What was I thinking? No, let's try it. I want to know what book tea tastes like. Really? Okay, well then, sure, I suppose. Book tea, coming up. Okay, hang on, we're doing this first, because I too must know what book tea tastes like. We're gonna throw some Dirk Warband in there, unfortunately. What the fuck? A town of coffee drinkers. No tea ever. Do you think I'm only supposed to put books in this? Like, just books? Alright, that's what I'm gonna do. One, I don't want to put economics in there. Oh my. Oh my. Well, we've really done something incredible, haven't we? Now I'm getting dependent on it. Okay, no T-ball required. All right. Sounds good. The perfect pour. Now we're really learning some new things, huh? Where is she? Is she upstairs? She is. Don't run away. Here you go, book tea. Okay. Cute. How does it taste?
I think it's good. Or maybe, gosh, well, I don't know what book tea is supposed to taste like, but I think it's probably good. It kind of makes me want to go out and fight crime. Like I could beat up a criminal or something.
Well, why aren't you allowed to drink tea back home?
Oh, we have all sorts of rules. There's like a million things we can't do. But it's not that bad, honestly. Other than all the rules, yeah, it's great.
Okay. And with that, we shall say a good night. Oh my goodness. Well, that was just heckin' silly, wasn't it? As a reminder, as I mentioned in the Discord, probably, which is why I dare not do that. I don't need her joining Nana out there, you know? Alright, but yeah, as a reminder, if you miss streams, if you want to catch up on shit, I'm uploading on YouTube now. I'm gonna try to be consistent, but that's not something I excel at. Thanks for the stream. Yes, of course. Sorry, it's a little short one, but I don't know what happened. We're starving today. I'll see you next time for more Wanderstop. Maybe I'll do it during the week so we can get it. I'm very curious how it's gonna end. Like, are we gonna see Gerald again? I really hope so. Are we gonna see Demon Hunter again? I very hope so. But also, if we don't, I would kind of like that too. Like, I kind of love that. Anyway, until then, have a wonderful day, have a wonderful night, drink lots of water, and I'll see you next time. Bye!